Hello and welcome to the Daily Coaching Lockdown Football Training Session. So today's session number 12, and today I have 4 key parts to our session. So we're going to start off in a warm-up, then we're going to move into a ball mastery exercise, then we're going to move into a techniques exercise where we'll be looking at getting the ball up off the ground and into the air, and then we're going to be finishing up with a ball circuit exercise, okay? So cool. For the warm-up, what you need is you need a space. You need an object. I've got a comb, but if you don't have access to a comb, get anything from a jumper to t-shirts to trainers to toilet rolls to cans, anything you can get your hands on, and you need a ball. So once you've got your space, once you've got your object, and once you've got your ball, we're ready to go. Cool. To finish warm up, what you need to do is you need to get your object and you need to get your ball. I'm going to put my ball just to the side for the moment because I'm going to use it later on within the warm up. Okay, with my object, I'm going to start by putting it on a different part of my body. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting it on my head. What I then need to do is I then need to move around the space that I have, trying to travel as quickly as I can in as many different directions as I possibly can, but keeping the object balanced on my head, okay? If it falls off, just put it back on and you can carry on with your movement, okay? If you want to an additional little challenge, you can maybe try and keep track of the amount of seconds, the amount of time in which you're able to keep the object balanced on your different parts of the body, okay? So I'm just moving around, trying to make sure that I keep my object balanced on my head, it doesn't fall off my ball. If it does remember, put it back on, I might move forwards, I might move backwards, I might move to the side. Okay, I'm just trying to see if I can travel around as quick as I possibly can. And as many different directions as I possibly can as well, and making sure that my object stays balanced on top of my head. Okay, keep going for about another 20 seconds. Backwards, forwards, to the side. Oh! Falls off and put it back on top. Keep jumping around. Last few seconds. Oh, it's come up again. Oh, it's gone again. Okay, cool. Now, what we do is pick a different part of the body. This time I might pick my hand. Okay, I might put it on the top of my hand. Okay, this time again, moving around. Just trying to see if I can keep it balanced. Now, an important part of this warm-up is also getting lots of movements involved. Okay, at the same time as well, the important aspect of it is balance. Okay, I'm just trying to move the body part which I'm using to balance my object so that the object remains balanced on that body part. Okay, last few seconds, keep going. If you want an additional chance, can I keep my arms stretched out as far as I possibly can reach? Cool. Then I might try a different part of my body. Okay, so I might possibly try the palm of my hand, maybe the opposite hand as well. Obviously, the more times that you do this, the more times you repeat the exercise, you can obviously try different parts of the body, different sides of the body as well, okay, and see if it obviously has an impact or effect on the ability to balance it. Okay, so we'll keep going around again. What you will find is that obviously different parts of the body is easier to balance different objects on the different parts of the body. Keep going, last few seconds. Forwards, backwards, to the sides, and at different speeds, different directions. If I can I keep constantly moving around at a fast speed to increase the level of challenge. Cool. And then again, like I said, you can do this creative if you want. You can still try and do it on your knees. Think about the different types of movements you might do. You might be able to run, might the hop, tough on that one. Okay, might possibly try and balance it on my foot, depending again on what my object is. Okay, how am I going to try and do that? I'm going to hop around again. Okay, different movements based on the different parts of the body in which I'm using. Okay, cool. I'm going to go back to putting it on my head. This time I'm going to get my ball. Okay, I'm going to start with my hands. Exactly the same task. Can I travel at different speeds in different directions? This time I'm also bouncing the ball. So we're getting a bit of coordination going as well, okay? As well as increasing our different types of movements and getting us ready for our activities. So I'm bouncing it. Again, you can possibly use one hand or two hands, depending on which challenge you want. You'll turn the hands. Oh, drop, step back on. Again. Okay, important. Again, I try and keep my head balanced as well. Keep my head up. Moving around. alright? Yeah, you see the different types of challenges come out in different parts of the body. I'll actually put it up to the back of my hand as well. Cool. Okay, and again, be as creative as you want. So again, I might try and possibly put it onto my knee. Okay, see what types of challenges that creates. Back to my knee, touch thigh area. Stretch the ready. Okay, so it's going to be a tougher one. Stretch this side. A bit more balance. Stretch again. Cool. So again, like I said, you can be as creative as you want with this one, okay? Adding as many different variations of body parts you're using, adding as many different variations in terms of either left hand only, right hand only, or a mix between the two, or possibly alternatives as well, okay? Final part of this challenge, ball on the floor. Exactly the same thing. I'm going to go back to the one where it's balancing my head. I find this one's a bit more comfortable because it also helps us to keep our head up, potentially within a game of football, which is really important. And this time, all I'm doing is exactly the same thing. I'm moving around again, but this time, only difference is I'm going to be trying to see if I can move the ball with my feet. Okay, you're not just your left or just your right. Use both, combine different movements on the ball, use different parts of the body, different parts of the feet as well. Okay, and see how you get on with this one. Alright, so again, I'm just travelling around. Inside, outside, so on my foot as well. Should I balance it? I've always gone already. Okay. Remember again, good one for trying to see if you can keep your head up on the ball. So you're not looking around. So you're looking around, sorry. You're not looking at the ball is, keeping my head up. Oh, that's the ball. Remember thinking about using the toe or foot to the inside or outside. Help us feel where that ball is. So next one again. Okay. And again, remember if you're of that higher ability or more advanced group, then just try and see if you can travel possibly quicker speeds. Okay, changing your direction more often, and also using a combination of both your left and your right foot. Okay. Cool. Give that one a try. Like I said, it's really important that we get lots of movement going involved. Really important as well, adding variations, adding different adaptations, using different parts of the body, and combining your movements, whether it's left and right hand or left and right foot, using different parts of the feet as well to move it all around. Cool. Good one to get us physically moving around, good one to help us with our balance, our coordination, and also our awareness of what's going on around us, rather than focusing our eyes on top of the ball. Okay? Cool. Give it a try and see how you get on. Cool. So that was our warm-up. So remember, some of the key points to take away from the warm-up is that we was making lots of different movements, okay? Changing our direction, so going forwards, travelling backwards, going left, going right, change the position of our body as well, okay? And we was also looking at changing the speed, okay? So the speed in which we're travelling at. The quicker that we travelled, the harder challenge in which we had, but also as well as those different movements that we was making, there was also an awareness of coordination, okay? So obviously moving the ball around, whether it be bouncing it or kicking it, okay? And also balance, okay? Not only balance of our body, which I talked about, which is really important, but also balance of the object, okay? And understanding how having the object in different parts of the body will require different types of balances or awareness within the exercise, okay? So really important, again, like I said, we just get lots of repetition within that, explore using different parts of the body to balance different objects, okay, and understanding how to have that coordination and awareness of doing the task with the ball, whether it be the bouncing or exploring using different parts of our feet, left and right foot, left or right hand, bouncing the ball at the same time, okay? So we're really combining not only our movements, but combining movements, coordination, reaction, awareness, and balance, okay? Really good exercise for our warm-up. Cool. Now we're going to move into our ball mastery exercise, and for this, you need exactly the same as we've done for the warm-up, okay? So you need a space, you still need that object, so keep hold of the object which you had, and you need your ball again, okay? So once you've got your space, once you've got hold of the object again, and once you've got your ball, we're ready to go. Right, so in this ball mastery exercise, what you're going to do is you're going to get one object, you're going to place it in the middle of your space like so, okay? You're then going to start the ball on the floor. And in this one, you're not restricted just to your left or your right, you'll be using a mixture of the two, okay? And we're going to start by combining some different movements. First of all, we'll look at some individual techniques, alright? So first we're going to look at is we're looking at using the insides of our feet, okay? And what you're going to simply try and do is use the inside of your feet, always facing in a forward direction, okay? And you're just going to simply try and see whether or not you can move the ball around rotationally around this object, okay? using the inside of my feet, using both my left and my right. Getting lots of touches on the ball, and I'm making lots of repetition happen, okay? Again, as I said in the warm-up, really important within a game, you're not just focusing on where the ball is all the time. So if you can, try and keep your head up. You can feel where that ball is. You can feel the touches with the insides of our feet. Cool. Then you go in the opposite direction. Okay, so second time I'll go around to my right before, this time I'll go around to my left. So do the same thing. Inside. And again, I'm just trying to make sure that I avoid making contact with the object, okay? Whether that's with my feet or whether it's with the ball. Remember, lots of touches, lots of repetition. It starts to become comfortable and confident. Using inside of our feet. Okay, cool. Variation. Okay, so either you can do it on your own accordance, if you're going back, or if there's somebody there to help you or assist you or see what you're doing, then they can add in some different commands to help you react a bit more naturally. So, say for example, I'm going around to my right. You need to go for about 30 seconds, and then change, go around the opposite direction. Okay, so go around. Say for example, 30 seconds up, now go in the opposite direction, get some variation within my movement. Or like I said, try and create a natural reaction, okay, and that awareness of what's going on around you, okay, so looking and listening as well, maybe going around to the left. That person who's there with you, overseeing what you're doing, might shout change, and I'll go in the opposite direction. Change. 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 Cool. Again, like I said, that one just helps to create some natural, realistic reactions out of you, okay? So that we're aware of what's going on, and also test to see whether or not we actually have that ball under control. Okay, cool. Next thing you're going to do, this time, you will be slightly changing the directions in which you're facing and which you're moving. Okay, this time you use the sole of your foot, and we'll be pushing the ball in a forward direction. Okay, so start with again, going around the object, avoiding my feet or the ball making contact with the object. And simply, what we're doing, moving it around, using the sole of my feet. Okay, just going around, pushing the ball slightly forward. As you can see, we're taking loads of little touches. Okay, so I want to make sure I keep the ball under control. The area that I'm working in is quite small, okay? Although you might have a big space, obviously focusing the movement around this object, okay? Once you've done that, again you may change direction, so again after 30 seconds, we'll start again going round, 36. Now we're in the opposite direction. Okay? That's the same movement, still rolling it, sole, forward direction, okay? Cool. Again, if someone's there with you, they can shout out change, create those natural realistic reactions. So I'm going around. Change my body position, really important. Going in my new direction. Change, control it, change direction. And so on. Okay, cool. This time, different movement, we're going to go backwards. We're still using the sole, okay, but rather than pushing the ball, okay, we're using the sole of our foot. This time we're going to pull the ball. Alright? Still using our left, still using our right, combining the two together. Little touches just to make sure the ball's under control. Okay? Pick a direction. Remember, avoid making contact with the object. Using your feet. Hold the ball. Okay, again, might change direction. Lots of touches, left, right, left, right. And so on, okay? Again, someone wants to shout out, change reaction, or change direction, sorry. Creates a natural realistic reaction, so I'm going around. change. Again, change the position of my body, okay? Get into the new direction which I want to face, and then start pulling the ball again towards me. Change. Change. And so on, okay? So again, good one for reactions, good one for ball control, good one for learning our techniques, and also as well good for our coordination. Okay, and final little challenge if you want to, you can try and combine all those movements together, alright? So say for example, you might start off with the inside, then you might move on to the sole pushing the ball, then you might move on to the sole pulling the ball. Okay, with somebody else there with you, they can shout different commands, alright? So again, I'm moving around using the inside. Someone says sole push, sole pull, inside. So I might have change direction. Sole pull, and so on, okay? Like I said, adding different variations, change it up a little bit so we can create those natural, realistic reactions. Really doing lots of repetition in this one, getting lots of touch on the ball, whether it's inside of our feet or soles of our feet, pushing or pulling the ball, okay? Good one to try and create different reactions. Good one as well, just to really become comfortable and confident using these different techniques. Also understanding how to master the ball, moving in different directions, using different parts of the feet. Give it a try. Right, so that was our ball mastery exercise, okay? So just some of the key points to take away from the ball mastery exercise is that it's looking at lots of touches and lots of repetition, okay? Understanding how to move the ball using our sole and using the insides of our feet as well, okay? Both in our left and our right. And the key thing with that is, like I said, it's all about repetition, okay? It's all about just getting comfortable and confident moving the ball using these different techniques and in these different ways, okay? As well, when we added in the reaction, so we changed our direction or we changed the type of movement that we was creating, okay, it's all about understanding how to have the ball under control and the importance in having the ball under control, all right? Having the ball under control, using those different variation of movements, using our left and our right foot, is really going to help us be able to become masters of that ball and understand all about ball mastery, okay? Changing the direction of the ball, using different parts of the feet, using different feet to actually move that ball around, okay, into different directions. Cool. Now we're going to move into our techniques exercise where we'll be looking at getting the ball up off the ground. For this, you need your space, you no longer need your object, so put that to the side and we'll use it later on within the session, okay, and you still need your ball. So once you've got your space, once you put your object to the side, and once you've got your ball, we're ready to go. Cool, so with this techniques exercise, what we're going to be doing, okay, is we're going to be doing lots of exploring and investigating different ways to try and get the ball up off the ground and into the air, okay? Staying within our area and making sure the ball doesn't go away, okay? There's not too many learning points because there's a lot of exploring and investigating in different ways to try and do this, but I will mention some key points along the way in terms of how to use different parts of the feet to effectively get the ball up, and also talking about our balance to make sure that we obviously don't tip it over, and also to make sure that we get some real control on getting the ball up into the air, okay? So the first one we're going to look at, we're using two parts of our feet, okay? We're using the sole, and we're also going to be using the front area of our foot, okay? So between the laces and the front part of our foot, right? And what we're going to do is we're effectively going to be putting our foot on top of the ball to begin with. We'll be sole rolling it towards us, so we're going to be pulling the ball towards us. And once it's towards us, we're going to be using that inside the front of our foot, okay, to flick and kick the ball up into the air, okay? Obviously making sure it stays within our area. So I'm going to do it in quite a fast motion so you can see, okay? So we're going to be putting our foot on top of the ball. Remember, balancing ball, so making sure that with my right foot, okay, it's kind of almost planted, and it's also a decent way away from my other foot, so I have to just probably shoulder width apart, okay? Foot on top of the ball, roll it towards us, flick and kick, okay? Ball on the floor, sole, flick, kick. Okay? Sole, flick, kick. Right. Couple more times. To make sure my right foot, my non-kicking foot, is about shoulder width apart, so I'm creating some balance, so I'm not obviously going to fall over. So sole, flick, kick. Okay? More times. Sole, flick, kick. Alright? Give it a try. Remember, lots of repetition in this one, because it's exploring different ways to get this ball up to the ground. Okay, so kick. Kick. Alright, and again, just try it on both our feet, using our left and our right foot. It's exactly the same motion. It's sole, pull it towards us, okay, so sole roll, pull, flick, and kick. Okay, the sole roll is obviously bringing the ball towards us. Okay, the flick is helping to get some elevation into the ball, and the kick is just supporting that movement of actually getting the ball to travel up and not just a little flick off the ground. Okay, give it a try, that one. Cool. Next one, what we're going to be doing, okay, is we're looking to try and see if we can use the front area of our foot again. Okay, but this time a little bit different. The ball's going to be stationary. Okay, and it's going to involve us approaching the ball. Okay, so as we approach the ball, we use that front area of our foot just to try and scoop the ball up into the air. Okay, so using one movement only. The last one we used 3 movements. So pull, flick, kick. This one is more of just one movement. Okay, so I'm approaching the ball. My foot needs to get underneath that bottom part of the ball, okay, and really in that gap between the ball and the floor, and then I'm scooping the ball up. And watch how my leg goes with the ball as well, so again, try and create that elevation, okay, so I'm going towards it, flick, okay, and my foot and my leg goes with that motion, okay. That's really important, again, to try and get that motion of the ball going up into the air, okay. So again, I approach the ball, I go, ooh, flick it towards me, and what you might notice as well is that front area of my foot, it doesn't stay flat. As I scoop the ball, okay, it's starting to point back towards me, okay, but more so up in the air, but up towards me, so in that way, when I flick it and scoop it, okay, the ball isn't going off and away from me, it's going up and towards me, okay, try that a few more times, you can approach it, scoop and up, 2 more times, scoop and up, okay? And again, try with your left and your right foot just to explore becoming comfortable and confident using both, okay? Next one we're going to use. So we're using the insides of our feet, okay? Both our left and our right. And this one's going to involve a little bit of a quick movement, okay? But also a technique which we may use in a game, all right? So with this one, the ball may not always go as high. Okay, because it's a little bit harder to generate some height. It's a good technique of actually getting the ball initially up off the ground, elevating that ball up, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go towards the ball, feet shoulder width apart, okay? And then my feet are going to quickly come closer and in towards my body. And what that's going to do is my feet, the inside of my feet and the edges of my feet are going to flick the ball up, okay? Or chop, if you want to put it like that, like a pair of scissors, okay? Like a pair of scissors in my nose. Chop together, okay, and it's going to flick the ball back up towards the sky, okay, rather than away or rather than in the ground. So just watching carefully, like that, okay? Try this a few more times, so ball on the floor, and I'm going to flick the ball up. One more time, so watch the speed at which my feet have to travel to quickly chop that ball at the bottom and flick it up, okay? Again, that's why it's important to do lots of repetition. Okay? We want to make sure we become comfortable and confident and really understand the technique of doing this. Okay? That's why we want to make sure we focus on that technique. Okay? And really important as well the reaction of your feet afterwards. Okay? So watching carefully, I chop. Okay? And then I'm moving back slightly. So then obviously in a game, what I may be able to do is if I am chopping and flicking the ball up, okay? As I do that, I'm going to be solid, okay? Or hit it in the air. Okay, so I want to move back, again, get my balance, and then strike. Okay, so one more time. My feet just walk, chop up, and then obviously I can get the ball up, and then I can make my next follow-on movement. Okay? And then the final two, okay, again, doing it with a few different variations, combining a few different movements, is that you might be trying to use both of your feet to use to move the ball up into the air, okay? So combine our movement between different parts of the feet and using both feet as well. Okay, so what I might possibly do is I might possibly try and see if I can roll it towards me. Okay, so I've used my left and my right there. Okay, you might need to get a bit faster just to get some more motion in the ball. So I'm start rolling my left, flick up with my right, and then kick with my left. Okay, so 1 and 4. Strong roll, kick, flick, and kick. Okay, one more time. Strong roll, flick, kick. Okay, session, ball goes up in the air and not away from you. Kick. Ooh. Okay, a few more times. There we go. So roll, kick. Okay, and again, I'm just using both of my feet, using different parts of my feet as well, okay? And the final one is listen, just be as creative as you can with it, alright? So some people want to talk to people about getting the ball up off the ground, okay, possibly into the air. They talk about things such as rainbow effects. I won't do it here because there's not much room. Okay, you might use possibly the inside and the back part of your feet to try and flick up the ball. Okay, you might possibly try and see if you can use one foot to roll and walk your leg, okay? And then get up to that. You might possibly try and see if you can trap the ball, like that, ball, up, and then do that, okay? Be as creative as you want, add your own spin to it, try out different techniques. Remember, no real learning points in this one except we'll just want to understand how to perfect these different techniques of getting the ball up in the air so we can use it in different scenarios and different situations in a game. Give it a try. Right, so that was our techniques exercise. So remember, some of the key points to take away from that is that we was doing a lot of exploring and being creative, okay? Finding different ways to actually get the ball up off the ground and into the air, all right? Now, the two key things I'd mention with this one is that number one, we're looking at the movements, so the how element of it. How do we actually make these movements? Which parts of the feet do I need to use in these different techniques, and how is that going to help me actually get the ball up off of the ground, whether it's just predominantly using one foot or combining both our left and our right and different parts of the feet as well. And the second point is the speed of these movements, okay? How quickly do I need to make these movements with my feet to actually physically get the ball up off the ground and into the air? That's going to be really, really important in understanding how to make your move effective, okay? Because again, yes, we can just try and get the ball up into the air, but we need the purpose of doing that. If we're doing that within a game, it's like I said, either to maybe create a volley, a half volley, or distribute the ball in the air. So how do we make these movements? Which parts of the feet do we use? Is it just left? Is it just right? Is it a combination of the two? And how quickly do I need to make these movements happen to be able to effectively get the ball up into the air? Cool. Now we're going to move into our ball circuit exercise, and for this one you need 4 objects. So again, I've got cones. If you don't have access to cones, get your hands on jumpers, jackets, trainers, toilet rolls, cannons, anything you have lying around the house. You still need your space and you need your ball. So once you've got your space, once you've got your 4 objects, and once you've got your ball, we're ready to go. Cool, so for this ball circuit exercise, what you're going to need to do is you're going to set out your 4 objects like so. Okay, so you're going in a line and there's a space in between each one, okay? And with this one, it's going to be a little bit like a relay. We're going to be making lots of movements on the ball. Alright, so I'm going to start out this end, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the first cone. We're going to go around the second one and we're going to come back to the first one. Once we come back to the first one, we're going to go to the third one, come round that one, we're going to go around to the fourth, and exactly the same. Okay, once we come back to the beginning, we can do it again, but this time going around in the opposite direction. Okay, so as an example, 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm using different parts of my feet, up and around, coming back to the start, away from my feet, close control of the ball, now we'll go back around the last one. Okay, this time we go around the opposite direction. Again, using both of my feet, different parts of my feet as well. With this one, it's just about getting different touches on the ball and doing lots of variations of obviously using the inside, outside, so on foot to keep control of the ball, and most importantly to move it in and around the circle which you've created, okay? Cool. So once you've gone around left and right, like I said, you can also do it in different orders. So I might take example, go for about 30 seconds, only get around to the left, so go around. Still going to go in the exact same direction. We're going to go in one to begin with, possibly. I'll keep going. Say for example, our 30 seconds is up now. Now we'll go in the opposite direction. Okay, and again I'll do that for 30 seconds, and it's just repetitive movements, getting lots of touches on the ball again, once the 30 seconds is up, I can then again change my direction in which I'm travelling around to, okay? Cool. This time what you're going to do, okay, when you get to a cone, you're going to change your direction on the ball, okay? So I'm not always going to be going and travelling the direction of the ball. So as an example, okay, moving towards this first one, I then change my direction, and then I go right. Touch, touch, touch. Okay, so I'm not following the movement of the ball around. This time I'm making my change in direction before I actually get to the object. And as you all know, what I'm doing is I'm making those movements, I'm actually forcing me into using both of my feet. Okay, so as I'm going towards this area, stop, push, then I make my movement. Okay, so I'm using both of my feet together. I'm combining my movements. Okay, exactly the same thing will happen. We're going in the opposite direction. Okay, say for example, go around this way, stop, touch, push. Okay, touch, push. Okay, and this allows me, like I said, to create different variation and always force me into using different parts of my feet. And again, older age groups, really try and vary different touches. Okay, it's not repetitive movements all the time. We're repeatedly touching the ball, okay, we're repeatedly moving the ball, but we're just creating different movements using inside, outside, soles of our feet, left and right foot to create those different movements, okay, and create those new directions in which you want to face. Alright? Again, if you have somebody else there with you, call it a change of direction. Change. Change. And so on. Okay, and again, just creates a more natural, realistic reaction and really forces us to have a purpose of keeping that under control so we can quickly react to the changing movement. Alright? Cool. So now what we're going to do, final one, okay, there's a lot of leeway with this one, okay? No real set structure to it. Basically what I want you to do is I want you to time yourself, okay? So you'll say, for example, I set a time limit. So I might say, for example, I'll do 10 seconds, see how many times I can get around, okay? Or I might say, for example, say, right, I'm just going to go around each one once and see how long it takes me, okay? So I'll keep count. So say, for example, go around to my left, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so 13 seconds. Next time I go, I'll try and fucking beat 30 seconds, okay? And it's really about exploring different parts of the feet and understanding how to get the ball moving a little bit quicker, okay? And also maybe how we can change your direction a bit more tightly around these objects, okay? So the ball's not going away from us, and so we can create quicker reactions, okay? Say for example, again, without hitting the object, and around, touch, push, okay? So I'm taking potentially less touches maybe, or I'm potentially using different parts of my feet to help direct the ball a little bit sooner, okay? So that I don't have to keep on stop and controlling the ball all the time, okay? I'm trying to make my movements a bit more fluid and a bit more purpose to the direction in which they're travelling, okay? So alternatively, you might take an example, we're going to go 30 seconds and possibly see how many you can get around it, okay? So 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 27, 28, 29, You can see if I can probably go 3 times around all of them, okay, or more even, okay? Like I said, it's just about exploring how to use different parts of the feet, how to move the ball effectively at a speed, but also under control so that we can change our direction as well, okay? Quite a tough one physically, also really rewarding technically in terms of understanding how to physically move around with the ball whilst creating a combination of different movements, okay, with a purpose. Cool, give it a try, see how you get on, be creative with it. Cool, so that's the end of session 12, so just very quickly recapping some of today's key points, okay, so there was quite a few different elements in which we had within our sessions today, okay, so number one, repetition. We've done lots of repetition on each of these exercises, okay, and that was with the purpose to become comfortable, confident, okay, and really understand how to execute these different techniques and these different movements on the ball, obviously using different parts of our feet or combining them together. We also looked at the variation of challenge, okay, so challenging ourselves to be not only have a task at hand, but also be aware with our coordination, be aware of our balance, okay, and also challenging ourselves to learn these different techniques, okay, to explore, to be creative, okay, to understand how to be effective in different scenarios and different situations within a game. And the final one was combination, okay, combination of all of these movements together. Okay, understanding how to repetitively move around the ball, understanding how to make these movements together while we're also psychologically thinking about other tasks, or like I said, awareness or reaction, okay? But in doing that, it's really important, like I said before, that we have that ball under control. So long as that ball is under control, okay, whether it be a static movement or whether it be a movement where we're actually physically going on a journey, okay, that's going to help us to be able to react quicker to different scenarios and to different situations. Cool. As always, I really hope that you liked today's session. Please make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, interact with the video. Let us know how you get on. Share that feedback. Please make sure you let us know any types of sessions that you want to see coming up. I'll be trying to make sure to get them in. But as always, get on with the session. I hope you liked it, enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing you at the next session. Take care, and I'll see you soon.